with the Medusa.
Oh, wow.
Going IG.
Yeah.
IG? 2 IGs? Wow, the Singapore major winners.
Yeah.
How unpredictable. Let's see how game number 1 goes.
I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for a big... This was the one that decided the DPC season last year.
And
we played
IG
each
came
other.
out on top, and then they won the major. So
Yeah.
maybe they're a little bit, relaxed now. Not
We'll
on
see.
top of the A game. We'll see exactly. So we're excited for here.
Their A game would be for Aster. Their I game would be for IG.
You guys were so funny today, all of us. But yeah, usually when a team wins like that, they're a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
They're secured for TI. Nothing much to lose. Play to grow, right? Not to win necessarily.
Well, I think technically nobody's secured a spot yet. But
Wait, not even IG? They didn't won the
I
major.
think points-wise, it's like not confirmed.
I think 1,000 is 100% in.
Is it?
I think 700 is like 90% in already or something like that.
I don't know. I was looking
Anyway,
I was looking up for it.
Just listen to me because I am not the elder,
no, you're not.
but I look like
I am
it.
the elder.
Yeah, but I look like it.
Yes, that is true.
All right, so IG might not be as triad as they were before, but Aster definitely will be because they came very short in the major. Not at all what they expected from themselves, I'm sure.
Yeah, when you're not playing with a full team, going to a major, disappointing like that, it's not the best feeling.
All right, Kaka snatching the rune. No Curse of Avernus. Actually, I think they might have killed the lion if he had it. That's, folks, why you don't skill before the rune spawns. Ever. Before you see the lane. Even Lana made that mistake.
We were seeing Abaddon's go like first into Curse of Avernus a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those like spells that you just run down the other support in your lane. Like, I don't know. I like Aphotic Shield, but Curse of Avernus, if you want to play aggressive, especially with like an Ursa, feels like definitely something I'd prefer.
Yeah. I'm actually quite a big fan here of this Kunkka hero against Beastmaster. The boat means that you can't really burst anyone.
Right.
With the roar and Ursa jumping on top. And then you have Dusa also. Like, long fights should be very favorable for IG. The only problem could be that they don't really have a burst jumper for the Beastmaster, so he could cause some problems. I feel like we always say that, though. Beastmaster. Set. It's just that hero right now.
And
How do you stop him?
just win. Just win.
Win. Just dodge all the axes.
It's definitely tough predicting against the Beastmaster, because I've been burned already so many times on saying, they could beat the Beastmaster.
So why did you do it?
I trust IG and I trust Eva. Right now he's known
As
for
the
that
question mark.
Void Spirit play, for the question mark. But Kunkka's one of his top played heroes. So I trust him on it. And I'm pretty sure he has a significant win rate with that Kunkka as well in pro games.
Yeah. I mean, Kunkka in general, I think, is a little bit underrated. Like, if you get a really good laning phase, which against Beastmaster is not very hard, then you can definitely snowball. You can jungle very fast, push out lanes, gank side lanes very efficiently. And he should probably be ganking the Medusa lane once he reaches over 6. Give her a free game.
Right.
Because when Medusa is really farmed, this game is going to be difficult for IG. Like, even
Fighting
if you have
into the Stone Gaze is going to be tough.
yeah, exactly. Sorry for Aster. That's what I wanted to say. Because fighting into that Stone Gaze with a Medusa has like 16k efficient health or something. It's going to be very difficult.
And I do think that, like, IG, their presence early can be pretty devastating. Like, come level 6 for most of these heroes, they should be ready to fight.
Yeah. They have a lot of burst damage too. They're going to have Lion Finger plus Kunkka boat. A lot of potential for damage. Kaka taking a lot of damage here from the creeps. He might actually be dying here.
And now he's got the Curse of Avernus, but TP attempt, and that's right next to
Huge
Monet.
misplay. Like, he tanked the neutral camp for about 10 seconds.
Wally also getting pretty low.
Well,
Little shredder and an anchor smash, just not enough to get that kill. Yeah, Kaka out of position, very uncharacteristic of the way we see him play.
then he also used the Hex, his TP. Now his TP is on cooldown, no boots on him. This is the very long walk of shame.
And you're hoping JT can kind of just deal with the 2v1 at the moment. X on a White Album, pulled back into the Torrent. Is it going to be enough? Tidebringer on cooldown for another couple seconds, so he doesn't have the damage.
Yeah, it's tough to kill a Beastmaster as Kunkka until level 6, where your burst damage really comes into play. And yeah, this lane, we have seen it many times, I think especially in EU. This Tidehunter Snapfire lane, a lot of physical damage coming out. Always very potent. And Phoenix on paper should have a pretty rough game against Ursa as well as Snapfire.
Yeah, your Supernovas need to be
Radiant's middle
perfect.
tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
If you're just a tiny bit out of position, you're gone. Okay, easy bottle refill for the Kunkka.
Yeah, picking up that water rune. I'm interested to see, you know, obviously this is the first series for both these teams in the second season. Coming into season 1, a lot of people didn't really have a lot of faith in these two teams to end up where they were at 1 and 2. So
Dire's middle tower is
coming
under
in,
attack.
now that the expectations are there, maybe a little bit more pressure from the fans and whatnot and the viewers, is that something that gets on players' minds, like the expectations of a teams to just kind of repeat performances like that?
It definitely can. Like, we have seen a lot of champions just kind of fizzle out.
Right.
Because there was a lot of pressure they haven't had before. Not only from the fans and stuff, but also from the club, from themselves.
Outlands, Monet in some trouble, Earthshock, God's Rebuke all thrown. JT trying to have the damage.
Close.
Just doesn't.
Doesn't matter though. Ursa, 100 health, means he can't farm on the lane at all. Uncontested farm for JT.
Now, JT, usually the anchor of this team for IG. Always securing his farm, big playmaker for him, opening up space for Fly and Emo, who are a lot more showy when it comes to their playmaking. And then, obviously, Kaka just seems to be devastating with that Lion, as he really favors that hero.
Triple rotation middle.
Don't get over.
boat.
Snapfire in trouble. Boat coming through with the Torrent, and they'll get the kill on a Borax. They finally get one on the board for IG.
And pause. Mental warfare? Question mark. I like the rotation a lot. We see it quite commonly, especially with heroes like DK. Once you reach level 6 on heroes like Kunkka, there's so much burst damage. Just one support, and you can pretty much kill whoever comes there. Unfortunately, they got the Snapfire. They were looking for the Beastmaster, but he's currently going to base and regenerating. But they still get a good kill. Boat cooldown is very low, so you just want to use it off cooldown pretty much every time. Beastmaster, also level 6 now, almost 7. And he's foregoing the Soul Ring, actually, going straight into Axe. Usually we see the Soul Ring for the additional health as well as just mana sustain. You can run out of mana really easily without that Soul Ring.
So I think during the major, Emo and was it Emo and Nothing to Say were 1 and 2, or was it? I think it was Emo and Fly were 1 and 2 for the rankings during the major. And I'm just looking it up now. Emo's still sitting number 1. Number 2.
What kind of
now is,
rankings are those?
The world leaderboards on Dota.
Oh, you mean the MMR?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now number 2 is actually SCCC.
Yeah. I don't know where he is in the season still. He's not signed by anyone, right?
No, I don't think so. And then Eurus apparently has 2 accounts, one at number 3 and one at number 5,
Under attack.
which is kind of crazy. But Fly's dropped down to 8. You've got Monet at 9. Like, both these teams, I think IG has like the lowest average of rank for all 5 players. Primal Roar used onto the Phoenix. Torrent coming in. That'll land on a white album, but not before Ollie gets killed off.
Yeah. The trap has sprung. He activated my trap card. He was just waiting there for him for like a good 4 seconds. However, he stole the rune, so it's not the worst case scenario. Beast actually out-leveled the Kunkka because he has so many stacks. Like, Beast didn't lane since level 4.
Look at the stacks he's taking.
Yeah.
Clear way to get that gold, get the Ags as quickly as you can. That's efficient right there.
Yeah. And it just does so much for you. It's crazy. It's going to be level 8, possibly even close to 9 after the stack.
He throws the axes at the Ancients and then sets himself up for it to come back and hit the creeps that he's attacking in that camp.
Yeah. Just wait until you see the next level plays where you throw the axes on a hero, you blink on top of the hero, you instantly catch him, you throw another pair of axes. There's so much burst damage.
Jeez.
Yep. It's gonna be... There's a lot of good stuff you can do with Beastmaster, even though it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of room.
And they're going to use the arena up towards top. They've got Borax as well as Monet locked in it. The spear lands. Ghost Ship comes in. Can they get a kill on a Monet? They're actually just ignoring Borax completely. Emo gets Monet. It's a good gank there from IG.
He's actually going to the armlet. Armlet Kunkka, something we don't see too often anymore. Usually it's like Spirit Vessel or a quick BKB. Sometimes Radiance if the matchup's good for it. Oh, it's a big stack for Kunkka as well.
Yeah, he's got a nice stack here.
And of course, Kunkka, you know, if Beast can do it, Kunkka can definitely do it.
Oh, for sure.
Probably even more efficient than Beastmaster, to be honest.
This is something that we've been missing in some of the games that we've been watching. Like, I've noticed that the stacking in some of the games just hasn't been there.
Yeah, I mean, stacking is so good this game. Like, basically 35% of all the gold that you earn, your support gets, and just a huge amount of money. Fly hasn't been touched yet at all.
Now, he's got a lot of open space, and he's sitting second on the net worth, only following his own Kunkka.
Kunkka is really far ahead, actually. Raw was expended.
They're going to go on a white album. They've got the God's Rebuke as well as the spear that hits onto the Abaddon. They'll focus their attention there, but Kaka throws the stun
Nice
at
cleave.
white album. So they'll get the cleave. It'll hit on both. They get the kill on a white album. They look over at lineup, who's got the Aphotic Shield popping now and no defense against this lineup. They'll continue to chase. They have the X. They have the control. They know that they've got this kill on lineup. It's just a question of who gets it, and it ends up being JT.
Yeah, this is the power of Kunkka when you absolutely free farm. He's going to have his armlet soon. He's going to be hidden like a truck. And all this while, Medusa is completely uncontested, as we said. And they don't really have a good Medusa counter. Like, Ursa is not that great. Once you have the Skadi, Ursa gets kited very easily. The only way to really deal with him is like 20, 30 stacks of axes. Which, I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, I'm really worried about this Aster lineup. Just fighting into the Medusa just seems so scary, especially they're not touching Fly. And we've gone back to saying that a couple times already, that they just haven't done anything to this Medusa.
The thing is, it's not only just him. Like, Kunkka is top of the net worth.
Oh, yeah.
And look, even at the Mars, he's super farmed. Same farm as Ursa, pretty much.
This is what made IG the best team, not only in the league, but at the major.
So now the question is, how broken is Beastmaster? Because we sometimes said, you know, this team is losing. He gets his axe, suddenly just a triple kill right off the bat.
Yeah, seriously. Especially against like these supports or something like that where it gets dangerous. 5-5 finally getting chased. Mortimer's Kiss is used to
Too hard.
expend that Stone Gaze. And also be given a south, so he's not going to get too far off the lane right now. That's really well done by IG. I think that keeps him from going back, and we'll see if they can continue to farm or even take this fight. Line him on the high ground. He's going to be spotted.
And right click. He has ult to work with, though. But they're all rotating
Do
in.
they have the lockdown to get him? They need to, like, cock at a TP to the tier 2 or something, or be around. And he's starting to finally come in.
Nice
the
spear.
He hit in the trees, and that's not going to help. Borrowed time. From half to full to dead. Borrowed time only does so much, especially when you're surrounded by these heroes. And they give the kill to Emo off the Tidebringer.
Well, you say give. He's like,
He takes.
I'll take it, guys. You don't mind, right? But you can see that damage output with the armlet plus the 30 damage talent coming in. He was cleaving him for like a good 500.
Arcane Rune going Boots of Travel next. He's very close to the upgrade.
Travels Kunkka, man, he's so filthy rich.
And that's IG just wanting to continue to put the pressure on.
Canceling the TP. And he didn't use his Arcane Rune for that, so both is gonna be on cooldown a little bit longer than it had to be.
Doesn't get the tower. Ollie goes down.
Yeah.
Monet gets the kill. There's 3 heroes here, so they're going to try and take this tower. They should succeed.
No, but at the same time, IG should just be rotating top and take their safe lane tower in turn, which then they up 1 tower, which gives the Deuce even more space and makes it a little bit more tough for the Ursa. White Album narrowly dodging a gank here from the line.
JT going into the Yules. They're going to rotate over both supports for Aster. And now make it a 3rd hero, Mortimer's Kisses and the Arena. So that'll stop XSS
Ravage?
from coming close enough. But it's a Ravage wasted.
He waited a little too long. The spike didn't come out of the floor fast enough.
And that was the idea. Throw down the Arena, make sure he can't step up on you. And he used the Ravage anyway.
There's a boat coming.
And they've got the Supernova with it, so XXS, he's in trouble. Supernova's not
The
going to
cleave
pop right on
hurts.
top of him, and they'll continue to throw the cleave. They've got the X, they have the control. The question is, do they have the damage to get the kill? XSS is tanky. Kraken Shell procs. They've got the Aphotic Shield as well.
They do have the finger.
Lanham.
He has no ult,
He's
guys.
on
Can
the
kill him.
run, and Aphotic Shield once again. They're still focusing their attention on the XSS. Fly comes up here. They've also got JT. They'll
Bolt
use the
was that.
finger. They'll get the kill on the XXS. They'll take out Lanham.
And Emo on the hunt. Oh, he gives up. If he just goes around the corner, Borax is dead. But he's going to live another day. But he's going to be stuck there for 20 seconds. Monet still farming. He's going to Fusel first. So he's not going for the scaling build, which would be a Battle Fury. They're going all in fighting.
Is under attack.
Counter the Dusa, of course.
Yeah.
But this could backfire really hard. You don't win that first team fight on the back of that Diffu. You're not
It's
going to be
just going to
farming
get
a
even
lot.
harder for you.
Yeah.
You don't really have that farming item. You don't have that way to keep up with the Medusa.
Beastmaster, X completed now though.
That puts a lot on the line for this like first big fight
It
after
does,
the
it
Fusel.
does. He's 300 away from it, so the timing is going to align quite nicely with the Axe Scepter. But it's not going to be easy by any means.
Would you take a risk like that?
Are fortified.
It's tough. Like if you go Battle Fury, you know.
All right, they finally got 4 Axe. They finally spotted
Wait,
him.
was he still there? Yeah, he was
No,
cooking
it's a
out.
different spot. Yeah, a little closer to the tier 2, but he was still.
He didn't TP out, he just cookied back out and walked back to the lane. Gets punished right away. Kunkka, 8k net worth. If he gets the Halberd, this Ursa might just be a non-factor, honestly.
Yeah, good
Because
for
he will
you
need
and
a
your
quick
defusal.
BKB.
Yeah. And he's not going to get it if he's going to Fusel.
Unless he kills a bunch of heroes, yeah. Now Yule's also picked up on Mars. They're just going full kite against the Ursa. Which I'm liking quite a bit, because you just gotta keep your egg and your Medusa alive.
Yeah. And this isn't to say that Aster can't get this done. We're just saying there's
It's
a
risky.
lot riding on this first big team fight.
Yeah, but Ursa now finished the defusal, and as soon as go time, they already smoked up his 4. Kaka might get caught out here. Very close to Blink. A death here
Broke
would be
the
very
smoke.
bad. It's actually fine, I think.
Gush, Sunray, forcing them back. This is a smoke that was used.
They have Ravage, though.
They
Need to
don't
be
get
careful.
anything.
A big Ravage into Beastmaster could be very strong. They're going into Roche, forcing a Roche fight. I don't think IG will give that up for free, though.
No,
Dusa?
Emo's right there. He's trying to spot this. There is the Sentry Ward, though. Obviously, that gets revealed. Primal Roar gets used, but they've got the stun.
That's
They've
a good
Supernova
egg.
on the back lines, as well as the arena that's going to come through. They've got the damage coming out. They've got the spear that lands onto this Abaddon. The Ravage comes in, but there's the Ghost Ship. They get the kill on Axis. Says they'll look over at White Album, who's saved via the Aphotic Shield. They've got the Aegis on a Monet. They'll send these heroes back. Fly still working with a decent chunk of mana, as well as the front lining for the rest of his team. Kaka throws out a stun, and they got the kill on XSS. Aster only get the Aegis and Emo. Is that enough, though?
It was quite good for them. Like, if Kunkka just lives for another cleave, this fight looks very different, because Beastmaster will die. But I killed him off just in time. Finger wasn't ready either to kill the Beastmaster. Very well done here by Aster, forcing a good objective. Because that Aegis is going to be very important.
Now they can work with this Aegis and try to get something done. Ghost Ship, Emo trying to survive here. Oh, the Armlet toggle.
Yeah, Lion, no finger. If he has finger, Beast is dead. Good Yule setup on the Ursa.
They want to take out this Aegis if they can.
They have no response here if they can kill him multiple times.
JT taking a lot of damage, though. He needs to be careful.
Well, they can't even kill him once. Nice enrage usage. And now his entire team is coming. We got you, man.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, they know the game is really reliant now on Ursa kind of having a snowball start.
IG still holding a little bit of a net worth lead. Nothing to write home about, though. Still very manageable for Aster. And Dusa is actually going Butterfly rather than Skadi. Not a fan.
Why not?
Simply because you're not as survivable and you can't kite the Ursa as efficiently. Kraken Shell doesn't dispel it. Shield doesn't dispel it. Like, Skadi would be super potent. Roar?
Roar. 5 heroes here.
He gets blown up instantly.
Getting ambushed.
Or as Ursa said, sit upon them. He definitely just
It's looking spicy.
made that work.
Radiant's
Blink
middle
Dagger next for
tower
the
is
Tide.
under
He's
attack.
a decent
Dire
chunk
structures
away
are
from it.
fortified.
Ravage up in 20. Now Kaka finally picked up his Blink Dagger. We have seen his magic at the Major.
Radiant's middle tower
See if we
has
can replicate it here.
JT in the trees.
Fly. Needs to be careful. Like, Fly can die super fast against this Ursa with Diffu.
Dire's bottom
Yeah.
tower
He's not
is
very
under
tanky at all.
attack.
So they need to open up more space for him. And they've got the halberd, though. So now the fights don't exactly stay as easy for Aster now
Yeah.
to get on top of that Medusa.
It depends. Like, if Ursa can get Enrage off before it gets Hellbirded, the duration is very short.
Dire's bottom
But if he
tower
can't,
is under attack.
it's gonna be bad for them.
Radiant's middle
Then invading the
tower is
triangle.
under
Fly getting bullied out again.
Throwing some axes forward, leaving the board, trying to get some vision as they move up towards top.
Man, even though Beastmaster isn't super fast, he deals so much damage though. I keep getting surprised by it. I shouldn't be at this point anymore.
Yeah, we've seen these axes so many times.
Yeah.
Radiant
And yet
structures
every
are
time you're right,
fortified.
they just continue to surprise
Radiant's
how much they
top
do.
tower is under attack.
So they're trying to defend the top tower, which Medusa of course is very good at, but they have to be careful that she doesn't get bursted.
They've got Ravage, so they need to really be careful.
It's a big combo.
Stun on the two as well as the arena, as well as the spear. The look over as the ghost ship gets used, and JT now on the run. Emo pretty far forward. Again, they still have Ravage to use, and they're going to use the Primal War. Look how quickly he just dies. Fly has nothing to give. The spear misses. They didn't even use Ravage.
Yeah, Titan is just too tanky and Abaddon. I mean, if it wasn't an Abaddon, he would have died. But of course, his ult keeps him alive. And Ursa got pushed out of the arena by something. Not quite sure what it was. We
Watch
got a
again.
recap here.
JT goes up onto the high ground. They've got the ward vision.
I think he rebuked him out before the arena formed.
And they're just not doing enough damage.
Yeah, like they can't kill this Titan. He's just basically full health.
And the Medusa just dies so quickly.
Yeah. This Diffu pickup is really helping him out quite a lot right now. And his Dusha doesn't have space to farm. He was top 1 net worth a while ago, but they've just taken over his entire jungle. So he has not been farming well at all the past couple of minutes.
So it was a good start for IG, has been stymied by Aster, and that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
Like that, their game hung in the balance on those couple kills, and now your reward is basically a good position, I'd say, for the next 10 minutes. Like, it's going to be a while until Medusa feels comfortable enough to keep fighting.
Yeah, it all rides or dies still with those team fights because, as we said, Ursa did not go for scaling items. So even though he's ahead right now, you give Dusa 5-10 minutes of space,
It's
gonna be far ahead. And now
Aegis
Aegis is
expired.
gone. Yeah. Now this instant blink hex initiation of Lion becomes a big threat without that Aegis.
XXS is a massive issue too. They focus their attention on the tide a little bit, and he just doesn't die.
Well, Kunka's actually being in here all by himself.
And nobody else around.
What? He didn't X-Mark himself either.
And Ghost Ship. Everybody here now for the side of Aster.
I'm not sure what that was about.
If I'm Aster, I'm giving a question mark. He just TP'd by himself. Nobody else came. And then now they're on the high ground.
Then now they have to TP.
You don't want to buy back. If you're Emo, that gives up your game.
Yeah. But Dusa is still, of course, one of the best high ground defenders, so can't really do too much here. Aster's goal is just control the map until the next Roche, get the shard on the Ursa, Aegis cheese, and that's the go time for them. But that play put, you know, IG in a pretty rough position because they could have traded the top tower otherwise. But this way they lost bot tower, lost the Kunkka, and didn't get a top tower. Very interesting. Like if everybody TP'd, you know, I would be like, okay, see what happens. Maybe Emo is feeling himself a little bit too much.
Or maybe too relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it. No, you win a major, you're king of the world.
I wouldn't mind to see if IG do get this Aegis cheese and Shard. If Shard goes on the Medusa, get that cold-blooded.
Yeah, it's really good against that lineup. Gush would trigger it, Coil would trigger it, Raw would trigger it. And Butterfly completed on Dusa. He's still not very survivable though. Like he needs that one more item. He's actually going pure damage. He's not even going Skadi.
Going Daedalus next.
I'm not sure why, because Skadi is considered like the hardest counter to Ursa. Like even Tidehunter Abaddon, it's a perfect item against them. Well, maybe they think they don't need to survive, he just needs to deal damage. Which I can see, because this Tidehunter is just running in and causing so many problems with his presence.
He's got a halberd, so it's going to be difficult for Medusa.
Certainly. Like one of the main damage leaders in these fights is going to have to be the Phoenix. That Sunray will deal a lot of damage if they can't deal with it in time.
Trying to smoke and wrap around here.
Good evasion over IG.
Find them.
This is the Gorg spot. They said they can't find us.
This is a problem. They're trying to lay down the vision. They've got the disarm. Medusa's by himself. Fly all the way out ahead. They've got the ghost ship. They're going on Alana, but he pops the borrowed time. Now the jump in with the Hex being used on Monet. They've got the control as well. So the air spike, the damage from Fly is going to be enough. XSS moving forward. He does have that Ravage. Now they're where the tier 2 used to stand. Finger used on Monet, but it doesn't do enough. It's not deterring Aster from just running in. The axes get thrown to Kaka, and eventually Kaka just dies. They've got the Primal Roar. They can follow this up with a Ravage. XSS continuing to hold it. He gets turned to stone. He never throws the Ravage.
Yep. Not really any good opportunity there, and Kaka, very uncharacteristic. He just throws out a random finger on a pretty much full target, full HP target.
I'm surprised. I mean, XSS was right on them.
Ravage probably wouldn't have really yielded.
You don't
much.
think so?
Nah, because he has Saint Jasha and Dusa, the additional movement speed from the old. Like, you don't want to be in a position where you force your teammates into a bad fight.
Okay.
And now there's still the fear of the Ravage, right?
True.
They lost nothing.
Omnipresence is presence.
That is right. And now the finger is on cooldown for a good 2 minutes still. He doesn't have Raw, he should know that. So he should just be able to TP out.
Roche up in 30.
Yep.
And they have Ravage now for that fight.
Yep. Kaka has definitely not been able to replicate anything close to his major performance.
Not
In this
yet.
game, at least.
Still, though, even in terms of net worth.
So he's going MKB on the Medusa now.
Medusa's caught up, though.
Sure. Which we expected. Like, Ursa
Oh, yeah.
just can't farm with this item build. They're doing a good job still, being ahead. It's just Dusa is going to be the king of this game at some point. Like, you need to be more ahead. You need to get this next Roshan. And it's spawned right now. There's still Ravage. It's going to be a tough fight for Radiant.
Ravage and Roar.
There's no way they can give it away, but they're going to give it away.
Is under attack.
They're going to look over and try to get XSS, but again, he just walks away. They've got the Ags. Can they make their way over to the pit in time? It doesn't look like it. Now that's Ags, or Aegis Shard, and Cheese.
And everything goes to the Ursa.
Yeah, he's got the Ags Shard.
Right, Cheese going to the Tidehunter. If you couldn't kill him before, now you're definitely not touching him.
Man, that makes Ursa pretty hard to kill. That XSS has been such a thorn in their side. They haven't been able to kill the Tidehunter at all.
I gotta be honest, I'm very surprised they gave this Roche up for free. Oh, Kunkka.
Primal Roar gets used.
Water Park.
Torrent Storm coming in. Emo, though, he doesn't land.
None
All
of
it
them hit.
hits is Lanham, and he pops the borrowed time. Emo eats the axes with the BKB being popped by White Album. He's running through all the way towards Emo and just gets the kill. Like, the Torrent Storm
Middle
did
tower
nothing.
is under
Yeah.
attack.
That's an ability. Like, it can't just be like that. Sometimes it hits you like 5 times, sometimes 0. And I think he, like, Beastmaster unloaded 800 mana worth of axes on him. And it dealt so much damage at the end.
Did 5,000 worth of damage
Radiant's
with it.
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, that's a good return.
Power of Beastmaster. I think it has been quite a while since we
Radiant's
saw
middle
Ethereal.
tower has
Like,
fallen.
that's silly, right?
Yeah. It really...
Yep.
It's trying to break it down here for IG. They just don't
Radiant's
seem
top
like they're
tower
on
is
it
under
this
attack.
game. And oh, Fly might be in trouble.
No Beastmaster though. He's quite low on mana. He'll have to regen up first.
Also, Kunkka wants his shard, so he's gonna go get Tidal Wave.
Yeah, you basically go full Water Park build, and he's gonna go Refresher after, and then like Shivas or Hex. And once these BKBs run really low, or they're out of BKBs in a team fight, it's really efficient. It just, will they get there? That's the question.
Psychic headband found for Aster.
So now the problem is that nobody really feels comfortable standing in the front line because Dota didn't go for the Skadi item build. Like, he went for the pure damage approach. It's a little bit problematic here for IG.
Yeah, he's going MKB. He had that Daedalus queued up earlier.
Yeah, I feel though, as if Kunkka goes Halberd BKB, you know, he can just frontline for the team, would be easier to play. Or if Skadi, Medusa. Oh, 80 Torrent AoE talent now picked up on the Kunkka. He ate the Tome for that. So Torrent Storm becoming a little bit more scary.
Oh, Fly again ahead of the rest of the team. Monet moving forward with the BKB being popped. They've got the disarm on a Fly. They're chasing. Can they get him out of mana? They'll send to the boat.
It's an early BKB here, committed.
Early BKB going back in, looking with the diffusal. They've got the arena in a good spot. They'll go to the Supernova. This is looking pretty decent. JT, though, he's already dead. One of his kisses coming down on the Emo as well as Fly. They need to be careful. All they got so far was Lanham. Monet going forward. The Ravage on a 4. That's going to be... Oh my God, Kaka's already calling good game. That is ridiculous. Kaka, Emo, they go down. Fly gone. And once the Ravage was landed, he called it.
Yeah, they didn't even die or anything.
They didn't even need to die.
He's like, all right, I'm done. Done with this game.
Oh my God. That was... Sure. Yeah, that was a timing.
Yep, good itemization by Aster all around. They definitely came to play. Whereas IG, they still look a little bit asleep.
Yeah. They are in that time where, you know, you got to be to work at like 9, but you wake up at 8:45-ish, 8:35-ish, and you
Still
got to
brushing your
wake up.
teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying